Welcome to Reflections by QCB. My name is Chika Balogun. We've been on the topic of relationships for a few episodes. I'd like to broaden the scope, still generally within relationships, but more specifically speaking about our youth today, in what I'll title Our Youth and the Decadent Society. Who is to blame? Do we blame parents? Is there parental failure? Do we blame society at large, starting from our small communities and getting into the larger society? Do we blame our schools, the educational system, be they public schools or private schools? Do we blame government in their role of providing an enabling environment for our youth to thrive? Do we blame technology with the abundance of good and not so good images and information popping up very easily on the www, I would like to say? Or do we blame the youth themselves, who seem to have no love whatsoever? And I say this in a general sense, not in 100% way, but in a general sense. A love for themselves, first of all, pride in themselves, dignity in who they are, dreaming big dreams, looking for ways to actualize those dreams that are legal, that go through process and have structure and take time. And also a lack of love for their parents as well. Because sometimes, if you were not even going to consider yourself, when you consider your parents and the impact of your actions or inaction on them, you truly think twice. But do they think twice these days before taking decisions, getting involved in certain activities? Do they think about the impact on their parents and their families and their loved ones? In my humble opinion, and from my experience, I'd say we all have failed. Some parents have gotten parenting wrong. Some schools have not done as much as they ought to in nurturing and training these children right. It used to be said that the teacher's reward was in heaven, but it looks like today a teacher's reward is right here and now. Some schools are more interested in the balance sheets, the profit, rather than the value and impact in the lives of the children that they teach. Has government done enough to provide an enabling environment for the youth to thrive? Even from government schools, what's the quality? What's the standard? The fact that your father or mother cannot afford a private school should not mean a disadvantage in the quality of education you get. Technology has the freedom, which I 100% support, but has that freedom in a way enabled a generation of people who just think, I don't care, I saw it on Instagram, where people live a certain type of life online, far away from the reality of their lives. And a lot of the young ones look at these images and videos and want to be exactly like what they see, not realizing that most of these things are just play by play to gain followership and whatever else the person that posted hoped to achieve personally, and is very far from the reality of their lives. Should we blame our religious establishments, whatever religion that is? Have we stopped bringing up children in the fear and wisdom of God? Whether you're Christian or Muslim. I remember growing up, Sunday school was compulsory for us. In the different denominations, then it was mostly Catholics, Anglicans, Baptists, Methodists, generally, CAC and a few others. For my Muslim sisters, I recall they used to go to, I think it was called Keum, not sure I pronounced it right, but it was also like Quranic studies where they go to learn about God and the principles of living a just and right life. Are we allowing our children today go through those processes as they grow up? And then who are the teachers of these Sunday schools today? Is everything now allowed because of grace? Let's ponder on these thoughts. What I will do is I'll take each one as an episode so that it's short and sharp. From next week, I'll start with parents, because I honestly believe that if I carry a pregnancy for 9 months, or if I were a man and I honestly want a child, and I watch my wife or my partner, carry a pregnancy to term and give birth to a beautiful baby girl or baby boy, or twins or more that some people are blessed with, it falls on me to nurture that child, to supervise the other people who have access to also help me nurture. For instance, schools, for instance, Sunday school. And then to keep being a soundboard, an advisory board, even when they have become adults in their own right. Have we as parents, my generation particularly, carried out our assignment very well? Or are we very wishy-washy about it and blaming everyone else but ourselves for what we have failed to do? Till we see again next week, my name is Chika Balogun.